Well, you're asking for it at a nice time because the budget is still being prepared. Mr. Singh, your turn.
Okay, but there's an immediate response to that. It is something that requires a whole lot of additional careful consideration and study, and it's a discussion that we need to continue. Let me just probably rehash how I started in saying that the forests are really essential and vital to all life. And whilst a whole lot of negatives surround us, we also have a lot of positives. I'll give you an example, is that this week leading up to World Environment Day, we have had numerous requests from a number of institutions and civil society groups asking for seedlings to plant, someone to come and give them a little lecture to help convince their staff, help sensitize the staff to the importance of forests and so on. So we are encouraged by what is happening. We know that there is a whole lot of need for additional outreach and awareness work, and that will continue. And we will certainly continue to secure and mobilize the goodwill of groups such as Eco Warriors to lend to the essential resources to the task at hand, because it certainly is enormous. Mm-hmm. But as I say, it is emerging as clear facts. There's consensus now, the international dialogue on just about every aspect of our life, not only the environmental issues. When you talk about social issues such as poverty, eradication, food security, and so on, you can't help talk about forests. You talk about fuel and that sort of thing. You have to talk about forests, because with this emphasis or notion or approach to biofuels, you have to see what is happening with forests. You talk about trade and so on. Forests are also featuring there. There are a lot of new markets emerging to trade in carbon, and therefore there are benefits that are coming up for developing countries with forests. So that forests and forestry, forest management will continue to dominate the international agenda for quite some time to come. And we think all this spells good, that more and more people will be tuning in. They will be convinced that, the forests are important, especially as we move further to translating all these sort of abstract concepts that we spoke about before to dollars and cents, something that people understand, that we try to emphasize the link between forest destruction and the higher prices that you might pay for food. The short term is that you could eliminate a piece of forest, convert it to agricultural land, and get some agricultural production, some food crops out of that. In the long term, you could be doing a whole lot of damage by interfering with the the water courses and the way insects and biodiversity would have controlled the pests naturally, and a whole lot of things. So, by and large, the forests are important. It's going to continue to sustain us, but only if we as humans do also pay the necessary attention and respect and contribute to the effort to sustainably manage our forests.
Can I just add to Stephen's challenge with the petition? I would like to suggest to people, Stephen and I will put together, we will throw the challenge out on Trini Eco Warriors page. We will start a petition on the page for the listeners who are so inclined. Go to Trini Eco Warriors page on Facebook, and we will have a petition there where you can sign to pressure lobby the government for further funding for forestry and other things like that.
And let me just mention, Sunday at the Hilton from 10 to 5 is the EMA's Green Lifestyle Show Expo. I'll be there. There should be a lot of interesting information there. I think there's over 40 booths. So I'd encourage everybody to come out to that. And if I can give any more information or assistance, our website is www.cisaction.org.
Let me just indicate, too, that there's a lot of scope for the media to become involved in this, and to commend you and 91.1 and the CMG group for continuing to spread the word and to sensitize the population on the environment.
Well, thank you. I'm going to wrap things up by waxing a bit philosophical and poetic, just to remind everyone that while we are here, yes, the earth, and more specifically Trinidad and Tobago, is ours to benefit from, but we are custodians, we're caretakers. There are other people who will be coming after us who would also like to enjoy the benefits that we are enjoying today. So, the next time you're thinking about setting a fire, just like that could destroy some forests, the next time you're thinking of setting up an illegal quarry, think about the fact that there will be generations whom you'll be hurting and leaving a bitter legacy to. In fact, maybe even before you pass on, you may feel the dire effects of that selfish action you take. Just a few thoughts to bear in mind as we observe World Environment Day 2011, and remember that forests are nature at our service. I'm Jessie-May Ventour. This has been a special panel discussion on Talk City 91.1 FM.